All right, the Las Vegas Raiders have a star that nobody's talking about. Everybody's excited about the draft class that is coming up right now that what they just drafted. People are forgetting about guys in year two, and there is somebody. I mean, they nailed the first 3 rounds, but there's one guy that they are just not talking about. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about some more things too. Maybe what the Raiders' biggest question mark is heading into the regular season. But before we get into that, if you are new to this channel, my name is Craig. Me and my buddy Chris started this channel a few years ago. We just love the NFL. We are Detroit Lions fans. All right, you see that line, right? That helmet right there? You got the Hush jersey over here. And, we love the Lions, but we also love watching NFL football. And we wanted to talk about teams that the national media kind of ignored. And it feels like the Raiders haven't been in the spotlight as much lately. Now, some of it has to do with the team that they've been putting out on the field, which we know is changing. But man, just enjoy watching the Raiders. We got that connection between the old Detroit bad boys and the Raiders. So it's just a team that's always made sense to us to talk about, and one of the many teams we talk about on this channel. So head here if you want more good content for Raiders with a non-biased opinion, because we're fans of another team. All right, so here's the guy I want to talk about. I want to talk about DJ Glaze. All right, he took over in week 4 of last year as the starter and has been holding down the right side of the line since that point. But he's been flying under the radar, like what is going on here? And a guy recently spoke about Glaze on the Vegas Nation podcast and gave him his flowers ahead of year 2. All right, he was talking to Pete Carroll and he's picked up right where he left off and he's caught the eye of the veteran coach. Like, this is a really good thing. So I want to remind you exactly of who this guy is. All right, this is a guy that when he started playing last year and he became a full-time starter. All right. A full-time starter. What I want to remind everybody on was it was solely at right tackle, 998 snaps. In that time, he gave up 3 sacks. He gave up 3 sacks in 1,000 snaps. He gave up, 38 hurries, 10 hits, 3 sacks. That's 51 pressures. That is a pass rush rate, effective pass rush like rate of 5%. I believe the best defensive ends in the league will consistently be over 15% pass rush rate. All right, pressure rate. So this is good. He held a PFF score on the overall blocking side of 66.1. He was a run block grade of 68.4 and a pass block grade of 61.9. Now, that pass blocking grade you want to pop up. I think it'd be very easy for all these numbers to pop into the 70s because guys from year 1 to year 2 make a big jump, but he was the round at 77 and being put on an island over and over and over again. That's not easy, that's difficult, but that is what he did. And he rated number 55 or number 50, I think I said number 50 overall. He's a top 50 tackle in the league according to PFF. And I think if you watch the film, you would agree with that statement. Not only that, his last 5 games he started to put together more consistently and had some of his best games. Week 16 against Jacksonville, Week 17 against New Orleans. Fantastic football. He was playing like a top 15 tackle in those games. He absolutely did. Didn't give up a sack, only gave up 1 quarterback hit in 2 straight games. That's fantastic. That's what you're hoping for and looking for on your right tackle. And I want to give this dude his flowers, all right, I do. Pete Carroll also said that, yep, it's his 2nd year, but he's coming in here. A lot of times guys like this can go and make a huge jump from year 1 to 2. So what does he mean by guys like this? All right, he means guys that have the athletic ability to get it done and guys who are actually playing well. So I want to talk to you about this RA score. It doesn't stand out as a ridiculous athlete would, right? Like it doesn't, but I want to give you some context to this, all right? The areas that hurt him desperately were his height and his vertical. Look, the dude just struggles to get big, like tall, right? Like, I mean, let's just say he's not going to be going out and, dunking a basketball anytime soon. Maybe he will. I don't know, all right? Because he's already 6'4", but he's 6'4". That's horrible high for a tackle. But his weight, at 315 at the combine, he's up to 328 now. And the height doesn't matter if, and there's a big if. There you have the arm length, and you want that arm length for a tackle to be 34 in. Anything above 34 is fantastic. When you're approaching 35, you're fantastic. Because how tall you are, from the ground to your head, doesn't matter nearly as much as your reach. Your reach is what is most important. And not only does he have long arms, but he has strong arms. He posted as the almost the 90th percentile of all tackles to ever do the bench press. He's stronger than 9 out of 10 of them, all right? And these are the important things that you want to look at when you're looking at what can transition into the highest ceiling. But he's already started to prove that he can do some really, really good things with that as well. So I wanted to at least give a little shout out to a guy that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, because it's in a position that isn't talked about a lot. And I think with the addition of Geno Smith, with the addition of Ashton Ganty, with the already available Brock Bowers, I think people